What up, though? Welcome to the Airbit FreeGame Producer Podcast. My name is Onrea in the Bandwidth Studios with the big homie, the super producer, the multi-platinum producer, Will Power. What's up, homeboy?
What it do? What it do?
Yo, man, I'm being silly, man, but we are sitting here, man, in the Bandwidth Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, man. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? We are like super producing this show right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize that like we do these really dope interviews, and then you and I get to come back together like on another date and like really put together these fly intros.
Right, or the same date, but whatever.
Same date, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we do.
Yeah, man. You know, I was just on like the internet the other week, man, and like, you know, I don't come as much as I used to come because I'm just kind of be running around, but I always see stuff going on. And I remember we had the block party here. And then, like, it was a real big hurrah going. I had to go and go to sleep, but I heard a real big hurrah about Cody Shane.
Yeah.
And then I saw a record drop the other week.
Yeah.
But that's cool. But the dope part is I look at the credits and I see all the homies from Bandwidth, different names on there. Like, this person, that person. And I'm like, you got niggas eating it here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, so listen, first off, I'm blessed to be able to even have these kind of people come in the studio to work.
Yeah.
But we had a great opportunity, man. Cody Shane is a really dope artist out of, I think she's from Chicago, but she lives in Atlanta.
Okay.
So essentially, man, she came here, man, did her album, man. And, as she was wrapping up the album, she asked us, you know what I'm saying, yo, y'all got some beats? What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we booked out whole week, man, and worked with her and did some crazy shit. But I'm really, really proud of the fact that, like, my team really shined on this, you know. We did like 8 records with her, you know what I'm saying? Several of them are going on a future project that's coming, but this particular project, we got 3 of them on there.
Okay.
And 2 of them I produced, and 1 of them was produced by
Shay
Renaissance, man, the homie Mo in this thing. And but what's really dope about it is the record actually involved all of the producers in the building.
That's what I saw. Different names on there.
Exactly. So like the Banger Slanger, man, kind of like, he provided the guitar licks on it, man. And who else was on there, man? There's quite a few people on the thing, man.
Yeah.
It was Trey on bass. It was Hood on keys. It was my homie Ryan, man, recorded it. And of course, Matt did the mix. I mean, we on the mastering, we went to Columbia Sounds. Like, it's crazy, man. We killed it, man.
That's what's dope, man, because it's like you literally sharing the wealth. We do this podcast every week and talk to producers about how like somebody done screwed them over or somebody else done took credit for their work. But you literally like showing love. You know, you're not holding your people back, man. That's pretty dope, man.
I'm making a conscious effort, man, to make sure that,
because you could have easily just got in there, twisted a couple knobs.
I could have easily not twisted shit and just took the production credit.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, though, right? Yeah.
I mean, I would never do no shit like that.
No, I've seen, man. Listen,
we all
seen it.
According to like my agreements with my producers and the simple fact that right now, the artists coming in the building are coming to work, specifically with me. I could be that kind of old school dude and do some old gangster shit.
It happens all the time.
I think that shit sucks. I've always thought it sucked. I never thought it was cool for a producer to, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's whatever. I do understand the politics of it. And so to all my friends that have done it, please don't take this the wrong fucking way. But,
hey, it is
what it is. I really just don't play that shit. I just feel like, these are my friends. These are my family members, man. You know what I'm saying? From everybody down to my newest intern who assisted in the recording process, with my engineers. It's like, yo, you gotta give people credit where it's due, man. Like, they deserve that opportunity. Some of them, this might be their first and only time that they make a chance on a record. It ain't gonna be like that if they continue fucking with me though, because I'm gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep getting these guys work.
Yo, that's dope. I just want to
shout out to all the homies.
Give you props for that, because like I said, when I read the different credits, and it's like 5 or 6 people,
it's crazy,
affiliated with it, when we know that don't happen. We know that's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? If anything, they make people like pay they quote unquote pay their dues.
Yeah.
You're gonna go ahead and get stripped over 4 or 5 times.
Well, I think the dopest part for me, man, was being able to help my new young producer get his first placement and also watch him sign his first producer agreement. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like for me, dog, it's like that's what it is. And the only reason that I'm really even on the project name wise, because I ended up as like a co-producer on the record. Truth be told, I didn't have a whole lot to do with it. I did record the record with her, and I did make my like production.
Oh yeah,
I did my production.
Get the sauce. Willpower sauce.
I did my sauce thing in the session, but the truth is, you know, like, dude, I would never try to do that. But the reason I did, you know, involve myself with the record in the first place was to just be able to like, from a fee standpoint, you know, by me being involved, automatically we're at a different price point.
Right.
And so I explained that to my producer before we did it. I was like, listen, I can give you full credit on this thing. Because he got, like, he's still the producer, but I took co-producer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, by me being involved, I can help you with the number. Because the number is going to be X if I'm not involved. They don't know you. They're going to research you.
Right.
And if they don't want to pay you what you think you want, you ain't getting that. So by me being involved, I was able to drop the numbers up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Free game.
So we was able to kill it.
Yeah. Speaking of numbers, man, we got a producer on here today, man, that does numbers in this whole producer kit, sample kit, drum, sound, world. Like literally out here killing it. You know what I'm saying? We got Audio Anthem on the show.
Audio Anthem, man. It's one of my brothers, man. Like he's one of my favorite producers.
Super dope producer.
Super crazy dope, man. Like one of these days, man, people gonna look back on this show and say, yo, they said it. This dude was next.
Yeah.
I feel like he's really crazy with it, man. You know, we've been working with Anthem for years, man. You know, back when we had the studio back over there on Boyd Avenue. You remember he used to pull up when we was working with ADD. Okay. You know that was Anthem that did like I produced most of the ADD stuff and Anthem produced the other half of it. Like that was me and Anthem. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Straight up.
So he did the first song.
Exactly. Exactly. And then
my boy something new every day.
My boy Selassie jumped on that joint with us too.
Okay.
So it's 3 producers on that project. It was just us 3. But that's when I really got to know Anthem. And then I just became a huge fan and like we just been brothers ever since.
He's dope, man. He's literally like one of my favorite producers that you've brought.
Yeah,
around.
we shared a manager for a little while. You know what I'm saying? We had a guy that was doing both of our works, and he was really dope at making sure that we were taken care of. So that's how we really got to know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a lot of good game in this interview, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. So y'all tune in, man. This one's crazy.
Let's get right to it. Airbit Free Game Podcast. Let's go. What up, though? This is the Free Game Producer Podcast. My name is Onrea. We in the Bandwidth Studios, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Airbit for bringing this podcast to us.
Yep.
And I got the big homie, the super producer, the multi-platinum producer, Will Power in the building. What up, homeboy?
Yeah, man, we in this thing. Here we go with the sound effects. It's too early for this shit.
We in this thing, man. We got a dope episode for y'all, man. We got a very special guest in the building.
Yeah.
This guy, man, is one of the dopest up-and-coming producers.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, you was playing beats in the old room.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this? This is Audio Anthem. Crazy beats. I mean, I'm talking about a wide range of styles as well.
Yeah.
Real dope, man. He's got some good work with like Bobby Sessions.
Yep.
A bunch of dope placements. Also, Crate League.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of dope sound kits, a lot of dope, resources for producers out there. We got Audio Anthem in the building. What's up, homeboy?
Chilling, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'm doing something here, man.
That's dope, man. I got my dog in the building today, man.
No, you very dope, man. We've been looking forward to getting you on the show. You know what I'm saying?
I want to start this up. Let's start it up.
Let's get it.
All right. So, like, you know what I hate? I don't hate it because I know that it's necessary. But like when we have to talk about producers like yourself, we have to say shit like up and coming and like, you know, we got to introduce it in a way that like people. So it's for those that don't know you, can maybe go check out and see what's going on. But like the reason I want to kind of address this is because I've known you for a long fucking time, dog. You know what I'm saying? And so. This guy is literally one of my favorite producers. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. I appreciate it.
And like we've had some really, really great conversations about the music business and like just how we've grown into this thing, man. So when you see your peers and you start to see when you start to see it click for somebody, it's like really dope to just sit back and cheer it on. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
sure.
that's what I've been able to do the last couple
I
of years,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
It's just been fucking dope,
I
dog.
know. I'm a myth. I'm a legend, man.
Come on, man. That's right, dog.
Exactly. Because I've been hearing your beats for 2-3 years now, and my first time meeting you was today.
Right.
Damn, that's crazy. Dog, we've had so many, like, that's really crazy. Y'all probably pass each other in the hall and then you fucking know
No,
it, dog.
we talk on IG sometimes.
yeah.
Instagram, but I've never actually met you in person.
Right.
Well, yeah, man. So let's get right into it, man.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you, bro? Like, what's been up?
Man, it's been crazy, man. I've been
Yeah.
working, you know, with the Crate League. It's been taking care of me, you know.
That's dope.
You know, just had a joint come out the other day with araabMUZIK on Dave East album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did a sample replay for that, so that was tight.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Dave E shit's got like a lot of buzz going on right now. I
Yeah.
just saw the like a freestyle, man, that he did on Flex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Killed that shit.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
real hip hopish album too. Like I was surprised.
Yeah.
It was like some New York, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of vibes on there, but it's definitely New York. Like,
So when you say you like replay the sample, like how did that happen? What was that about?
Man, A-Rap hit me. He was like, yo, got this sample. Like, I need it replayed. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna make it on the album. And I was like, cool. When he said that, I was like, all right, this might be something crazy.
It wasn't a mint condition, was it?
No.
Okay.
No. No. I don't know where this sample was from. It was a crazy sample. Like,
Yeah.
I listened to the whole song and the little part that they took from it. I was like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
But he hit me up to see if I could replay it, and I heard the little loop. I was like, "Oh, this is easy work," you know, because it really was just some strings, some keys, and then a horn. You know what I'm saying? So I did that like really the meat of the sample. I replayed that like in an hour.
Yeah.
Send it back, and from there we were just going back and forth, just tweaking it and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when that happens, man, because I don't know if y'all had, I don't even know if y'all really had to go through the process of actually clearing the sample or not. If
I ain't had to do that.
Yeah, so I think that's dope. Nah, man, because that's really like when you're able, when you're a musician or a producer, man, you know, and you have that ability, man, like it's the cool way. Because what normally happens is when you replay a sample, you can either like really fuck that up,
Right.
or like you can make it so dope that like it's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool part about that shit, man. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think that like you know, from all the years of knowing you and shit, man, I've heard everything. I've heard you do like some of the craziest shit. What made you decide to go into the lane of like, you know, sound packs and like making samples and going in that
It's
lane?
crazy. What happened was I was just, cause I was using like, you know, Frank stuff and Frank Dukes and those guys stuff like that, whatever. But I was just really messing around. That's how I got into it. Just like, cause I know one of my strong suits is being able to recreate a feel or sound or whatever. Just, you know, a vibe. So that's why I'm able to make a wide range of music or whatever. Cause I hear it, I'm like, okay, I know what that consists of.
That's
or whatever.
dope. Yeah.
So I was just messing around one day and just made something. And the power of Instagram, I posted on IG. And this other dope sound designer, shout out my dude Mario, he hit me up and he was like, yo, that's crazy, whatever. You ever thought about doing sample packs?
Right.
And I was like, nah, not for real. You know what I'm saying? So he shot me a DM and we rapped back and forth or whatever. And he's like, yo, just cook up like a 10-piece or something and shoot it to me. You know what I'm saying? I can try to put it on Kit So Hard. I think that was Illmind site at the time.
Yeah.
Because he was cool with Atlas the Plug.
Mm-hmm.
So he linked me with Atlas or whatever. I did it, the 10-piece, which is my first sample pack that's on Drum Broker right now.
Wow.
Or whatever. So I did it or whatever. And they was kind of taking a long time to respond back or whatever. So I was like, all right. I got a few credits and I understand like having leverage in situations and just being able to, you know, if you say I've done this or so-and-so, they're going to look at your email and be like, okay, let me check this out.
Yeah.
So I just I cooked up the 10-piece. I had it for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Sitting on it. I put it out for free for people just to download, just to get an email list, because I understand like having your own email list is important. And it's facts. That's how you make money.
Yeah.
So I just cold emailed the drum broker like, hey, you know, I've done this, that,
Oh, that's crazy.
check out my sample pack or whatever. So he checked it out and he was messing with it. He like, yeah, this is tight, man. I'm gonna put it out when I come back from vacation or whatever.
Damn.
So he put it out, and then from there, I'm like about to be 30 pack strong, you know.
30
Yeah.
Listen, so like a few years, like maybe even a few years before this even happened,
Yeah.
you were the reason I did my first sound pack.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did a kit called the Syndrome kit.
I remember that.
And I remember talking to you one night about it, and you were just like, bro, you got the, you know, you have the reputation, you have like the history musically to be able to do this type of stuff. We talked about how, you know, what you thought I should do about it. And I put my first kit together like that. That's when I went and got like, I had like a custom snare made and a whole bunch of stuff, man. And I was cooking it up. And it came out really dope. It's actually done pretty well over the years too, man. Like, but, and I've also like heard it used before. Like people would really chop this shit up and go ham on the shit. So I just thought that was crazy, man. But I didn't think that even at that time, and knowing that like people like Illmind and a few other people were like really killing it, man. I didn't understand the magnitude of it at the time. You know what I'm saying?
I just started to understand the magnitude of it or whatever. Like this last year, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on that level. I'm not on that level yet because I know they're killing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, because I know now that this is like your full-time gig. Like this is what you do. Yeah. Congrats on that first. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a step that like most people won't take. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so in doing that, like what made you, like, can you talk to us about like how it had to become like a real business for you? Man, shout out to my wife. I'm gonna be honest with you. What made it a real business is my wife. Yeah. Like telling me like, hey man, you make more money than you make at your job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you just try to get your plan together to leave your job and stuff like that. So I started, you know, saving my money, you know what I'm saying, putting money to the side and stuff. And really just thinking about it as an actual job in the business, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was really the main thing is, I guess, my wife having confidence in me and be like, hey, if you can save up this amount of money, then you can go full time.
Shout out to wifey on that one, dog. Come on, man.
You know and that's free game too. A lot of people don't have that dedication to treat it like a job. Like give dedication to a 9 to 5. Why not do it to your craft?
Right.
So can I ask? Would you mind telling us like what your day consists of? Like, because I know it takes a lot of discipline. And like, so I follow you on all your social media and everything too. And I also watch that like you're not only like building a brand as a you know, a sound designer and things like that, but you're also like really big into like motivating the do-it-yourself type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So can you talk to us about like your day? Is there like a order to it?
It's really like I got to the point now where like I really have a system and I treat it like a real job. Like you see me, I get up in the morning. Yeah. I might take my dog for a walk. Yeah. I might go get some coffee. Yeah. And then I come back and just start working on packs. Right. Like some of my peers, like we've been talking or whatever, and they were like, how long it take you to make a pack? I was like, I can make a sample pack in one day. Yeah. If I just sit there and make one. Right. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I just get up. Different days I do different stuff. So like on Mondays, I do a lot of business admin stuff. Like I send out MailChimp emails or just look at the new subscribers I have to my email, import them and stuff like that. Yeah. And just most of my packs, I plan them out ahead. So I do all the artwork and stuff before I even make the music. So,
that's fire.
Right. So I just, you know.
That's kind of like inspiration a little bit on it. Yeah, I got you.
I sit down and just, you know, see what I got coming up. Okay, let me get some artwork done for that, knock it out or whatever. And then from there, I just sit down and start making some packs. You know, I try to make like at least like 5 samples a day. You know, I don't do it every day, but the days I do it, you know.
So do you approach them like beats? Like
exactly. Okay. That's how I was able to wrap my head around making samples. Is being a producer and being like, okay, how do I make beats? Because you know how I make beats. I make beats pretty fast, you know? Yeah. But it's like I just sit down and just approach it like that. Like even the drops in my samples is like same thing I would do in a beat or a song. Yeah. And stuff. So
I mean a couple sample packs that I got from you, like I realized that like if I put some of them together, it actually was, it seemed like it was a part of like a production. Right. I think that's fire. So like I noticed that like right now, the way it works is like everybody's going to like a Splice. They're going to like a, you know, sounds.com, those types of places to get stuff. How dope is it to like what does it mean to be like more exclusive? Cause you know, like here's what I hate about going to, of course, to like a sounds.com or something like that. And shout out to Sounds. I'm not hating on it. But I just mean like, so when I go on those types of sites, I kind of be like, well, damn, if I use this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is somebody else gonna use it?
Yeah.
I mean, I still like to approach shit differently. Like I would still chop up something that I've got, but sometimes the shit be so dope. It's like I don't really want to
change it.
Yeah. So
those drums on that.
But like I know, like with you, you know, for the most part, because I don't know, are you on Sounds and any of those?
I'm actually on Sounds and Splice. I just don't have anything out on there yet.
Oh, okay, cool then. All right, so yeah. But I just noticed that, like, for the most part, like, people have to either go to your site or they have to go to, like, the drum broker and things like that to get your stuff. I feel like that's more exclusive because in that sense, it's like people may have it, but not nearly as many people might have it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a slippery slope, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to still be kind of exclusive and people like, okay, I got this or I ain't got that or whatever. Yeah. Shout out to the other sites and stuff, and they have crazy stuff on there. Yeah, but I don't really, I come from a background of being an actual sample producer that samples stuff to flip it where it don't sound like a sample.
Right, exactly.
So for me, I make stuff that it's easy for producers to really just drop it in there and just throw some drums on.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they don't make beats or sample like I do.
So what happens? So what happens when that happens? Because it's like, do you get to first off, like, is most of your work like what is it called, non-exclusive or
royalty free?
Royalty free. Is it like royalty free stuff?
Most of the stuff I have is royalty free. Okay, some of the exclusive stuff I send out to other bigger producers. I get my royalties and stuff, but the stuff I have out now is like royalty free.
Well, that's dope. So in your business model, it's kind of like you got what you give to the public.
Right.
You've already decided that this is going to be the royalty free work.
Right.
And then, like, per se, me and you want something, you send me something specific, then we just do business on that from a business standpoint, whatever that is. Yeah, I got you.
Because that's one of the things that a lot of producers they ask for is like, is this royalty free? You know, to be realistic, it's like, okay, how many guys actually getting placements? Like, stuff like that. But I get it, just in case you never know what happens, you want to cover your back end, like, okay, I own this. But yeah, that's really in the community and the marketplace now. Really, the royalty free samples is really where most of the people ask for or request for, get the most sales. From.
Well, man, because it's for the guys the new guys. It's for the guys that are like really trying to create a sound or really just need to. I know people who get them and then they're not even producers. Like they'll take your loop, throw some drums on it, and then rap on it and be like, "Yo, I made this beat," and it's cool. But we know it's that, you know what I'm saying? So
because we come from a different background producing music, so it's like, we gonna.
Well, I've learned I respect it, man. Like honestly, man, like for me, I'm sitting back going, why didn't I think of this shit earlier today? Yeah, because I'm just like, yo, it's a crazy source of income. It's also like another way to leave your legacy. Because the truth is, bro, like that's just as gratifying to me.
It is
to have like it's one thing to go get a record placed, the next thing you got somebody on it. Because, for me, it doesn't matter if they independent or major. Yeah. Good music is good music. So that's what I'm going for. Right. And so if I'm doing samples and now I'm also inspiring other writers and producers, it's like that's a great feeling to have, bro. So
for me, it's been like just being able, it's another way for people to see that you're dope or you have talent. You know? And for me, that's been a huge eye-opener for me. This year is really just people reaching out like, man, you super dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. I'm like, they don't even know I make beats better than I make samples.
Bro, listen, man, that's the thing. So that's the funny shit. This
I
whole
want to get to that too. I want to get to
I'm going to just tell you now, dog, like I'll be sitting back like, bro, he just blew. It's almost like you blew up overnight. Yeah. And we've had real conversations about the struggle, as a producer. Yeah. Because I do know you to be like super crazy with the beats, right? And then to see you at times where it was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna stick this out, bro. I might have to figure something else out. I hated having those conversations. Yeah. But then I look up and I'm like, oh, he done found it. Yeah. He done found a way to like, make yourself known. Because even in like Frank Dukes' world, he's like one of the world's biggest record producers right now, and it's from
samples. If you go on his Genius page and you see all the songs that got his samples, it's crazy. It's like
crazy.
Dude's killing it. But it came from the same thing, from making beats and not be able to clear a sample and be like, man, let me figure out how they make samples. So let me figure out.
Yeah, like it's King something. It's like a group. Like they got a band or something they do. What's the name of the
Frank, I think he linked up with the Daptone guys.
Yeah.
The Jay-Z sample, dun, 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 those guys.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's how he kind of went and like learned how they make that sound or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that was like in 2000 something.
Bro, I was working with Luda one time, man, and he brought me this CD, man. Not a CD, but anyway, he played me these loops.
Yeah.
And they were sample packs from Frank Dukes. And I was
crazy.
like, this shit is crazy.
Right.
Like, who gave you this, man? Like, yo, and even in that case, he, you know, it was steps to being able to get a hold of it and producing on it. It was like it was something they gave him exclusive. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
he definitely is like, I would say the godfather of like this whole business model of
that's insane.
MXX Audio, shout out, you know, Ill Mind.
Yeah.
You know,
a
lot of guys that like laid the groundwork for a guy like me or the Crate League or the rest of the guys on the site to come through and just, you know.
So let's see. Okay, so what came first? Was it being able to get the samples off and getting that business rolling?
Yeah.
And then getting the major placements, or
that definitely came. Well, I think they came
kind of like simultaneously.
Simultaneously, because you know I was doing work with Bobby and stuff. So all this happened like at the same time, but to be able to like build my own relationships based off the samples, you know what I'm saying?
It's fire.
It's fire because you know, like big producers just like DM me, you know.
That's
like
dope.
Blue checks, like
blue check. Let's get some blue checks with the blue checks.
Right,
How about that?
Right.
Nah, that's dope, man. So let's talk about this Bobby shit, bro.
Okay.
Because
so cold, man.
it's so cold, bro. So
cold.
I think that Bobby's ahead of his time.
Yeah,
I think the time is. I think people are really gonna find out what this is in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But I want to shout you out because very few times in a rap artist career or just an artist in general, man, do you find synergy, real true synergy between the producer and the artist, where it's like, that's it, that's the sound, that's it. So anybody coming in the room has to kind of fucking conform to that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was that like for you, man? Because
man, the thing is, it was so weird because I really came in on the situation like the same thing, remaking a song or remaking a track that was lost. So that's how I came in and just, you know, killed the track. And from there, it's like, okay, you know, I got more stuff or I need this, that, and the third. And then it just continued to build from there, build or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the thing is, I always treat it like I'm like the Lou Williams of the situation. You know, I come in and give you 30.
30, get on out of there.
Get on out of there, you feel me? So, you know, it's, you know, I love Bobby. He's like one of the most like intelligent people I know. Like,
yeah,
you know
and it's dope, man. But he's intelligent. He has a great message, man. But like,
he's
I
cool.
can honestly tell you though that the music feels like that too, though.
Right.
You know, and that's the thing. It's like being able to match a person is like, that's a really good look, bro.
Right.
This shit's super jamming, man.
Yeah.
And then from there, like went from, you know, getting placements on the project and shit like that. Then I saw like a movie pick up your shit. Like
Hate You Good.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ. Good look right there.
Yeah.
That was tight. That was like one of those type things. Let me tell you this story. This is how I got that placement, and this is how I made the beat. This is so crazy. So like I was working a second job because the wife, he was like, man, you need to get a second job. Or whatever. So I went and got a second job at Lowe's. That shit was weak as hell. So I was, shout out Lowe's though. You know what I'm saying? I was at Lowe's working, and then they were supposed to be training me, right? So one thing I noticed is like nobody likes to work in the back of a truck. So the guys that were like getting hired to work and like to lump the stuff off the trucks, they was like leaving. Like they work for 2 days. Like, forget this, I'm done.
Yeah.
So what they was doing, I ain't know no better because they trained me and stuff. They was throwing me in the back of the truck. And I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be in a lawn and garden center. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the plants and stuff. They got me back here like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know no better. But the dudes that was training me, they'd go walk around the store and just do whatever.
Right.
I'm like, all right, I see what this is. So I told the wife, I was like, yo, hey man, this is not cool. They not gonna keep putting me because my back was hurting. Hip hurt. I'm like, nah, this ain't it. You feel me? And then my job like had moved to Midtown, and at first it was in Alpharetta. So my job moved to Midtown. So I was going to work at Midtown, then had to drive all the way back to Alpharetta to go to work. And like that 5 o'clock traffic, it was crazy. So I told like, yo, if they put me in the back of that truck one more time, man, I'm done. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I went to work that night. They put me in the truck. You know, we need your help or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, cool. So the next day I had to work. I just ain't go back.
Yeah.
I ain't call, ain't do nothing.
Right.
And when I got home, I had made the beat for the Bobby Sessions
Oh,
song.
look at that. You was bad as fuck.
Right. I made it. It sounded like a Jeep Wrangler commercial or some shit. I was like, man, this sounds like this can be on like a commercial or something.
Yeah.
Or something. You know what I'm saying? So I think like 4 months passed by, and Jay, shout out my manager, Jay Dot. He was like, yeah, Bobby needs some records for, you know, this movie, I Hate You Give or whatever. I was like, cool, you know, whatever. Just sent some beats. And I guess he liked that junk off the hop and wrote the song or whatever. And then from there, it's like the biggest check I ever got in my life, bro.
Yeah, right.
So
I didn't see them kind before.
Man.
Them the good ones.
Hey, bro, you feel me? I need about 4 of them. I'm good.
Nice.
That's dope.
But yeah, that's how that happened. Me defying my wife. Never defy your wife, but I was like, you know what? I ain't going back to Lowe's, son. Done. Done.
Follow your gut and your instinct.
Feel me?
So even with the production, we kind of didn't go there, but like, you know, what do you produce on? How did you get into producing? Like, what is your backstory? Where are you from? You know,
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
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 You know, which is crazy. And I tell people that, they be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Birmingham. So
Nice.
I started music really in the church. I think everybody kind of has this story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played drums at church. Shout out my mentor, Snipe Young. So I got my big bro, Snipe or whatever. He actually had 2 records on Chris Brown new album.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he out here killing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was a drummer when I was growing up in church, and he was a gospel rapper. So I wanted to follow in the path. I was like,
shout out to all the gospel rappers.
Yeah,
Man. Shout out to them.
he was a gospel rapper. Like I was like, damn, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just being, you know, the younger guy under him or whatever. So after a while, I just kind of followed his footsteps. And my mom did music, so she sang, and my dad was a DJ. So I was always around music and stuff. So just over time, man, just kept doing music. And my this pastor, youth pastor at my church, he had, this is when what was it called? The Line Wire was out. Mm-hmm. He had downloaded a copy of Reason or whatever. Like
you on the Reason gang, man. I knew this was coming, dog.
Reason 1. I've been using Reason since Reason 1, man.
Nice.
So yeah, he just showed me a couple things, and from there, I think this was like maybe like going into like 9th grade or something like that. And then from there, I just stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And just been using Reason we're on Reason 11 now or something like that. So I've been using it ever since. But that's how I got into music, is from just seeing, well, my parents put music stuff in my life, like instruments and stuff, but just seeing the guys in my church do it. Yeah. And I thought it was dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally started liking Reason. When they finally came out with the mixing console and everything, that's when I was like, okay,
it's cold, man. They got, you can use Reason Rack and anything now.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like in Ableton?
Like a VST, yeah. You can use Reason Rack in there.
Okay, now. Hey.
Yeah, like
watch out now. I'm finna go for you. I'm finna go get
I don't know, man. I've been on that thing a while, man.
Dope. Well, I want to find out more about your journey and how you actually got started. We're gonna take a quick beat break real quick. Yeah. And we'll come back and find out more about your journey.
Yeah, it is.
That FreeGame podcast, Airbit.
Yeah.
Free. This week's beat break is brought to you by Airbit producer Able Beats. Check him out on airbit.com. Able Beats. The title of this beat is Beat the Storm. FreeGame podcast. Yeah. Welcome back to the FreeGame podcast. We're here with the homeboy Audio Anthem, you know what I'm saying? Willpower, Air Bit in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you were talking about, Crate League and all your how you got in the whole sample pack game.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say that how was networking and play a role in that?
Man, it's huge now, which like your fellow like people, other people in the sample pack business. Like we always share knowledge with each other. The community is not really that big. It's really small. So a lot of the guys share game, give information out. But as far as just networking with other producers and stuff, I mean, you providing content and a service. So really,
like how did you move along in that world through networking? Like how did you?
I'm trying to think. How did I move along in that world? I don't know, just hitting people up. Just like, hey, you know what I'm saying, check my stuff out or whatever, you know.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, like for me, because I'm not in the world, of course, but I follow you to keep up with it.
Right.
It's weird because it's like what you do really well, man, is like you kind of document it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I noticed that like you getting into film and you got some other things going on, so I didn't know if you were just practicing like with your camera.
I be goofing around, bro.
But it's fun. It's interesting as fuck because, in the midst of me seeing times where you're just fucking around, I also noticed that at certain times you're like doing something really significant.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that like your likes are going up. Certain influencers in this industry are starting to follow you and it's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
So I know that this is like a relationship thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's more so like me just not thinking about it. Like I'm just doing something I like to do. You feel me?
Yeah. It's like just being likable. Yeah. All of a sudden it's like working for you.
That's one thing I learned. Like if you just a nice guy, you cool, and you treat people with respect, and just be, don't be the guy that's like over here in the corner acting weird.
Right. Or the guy that's like overly asking motherfuckers for shit.
Right. It makes a huge difference. You're like a likable person. Like, if you're a likable person, people, they'll reach out to you and
that's free game.
Yeah. Like
that's dope.
I try not to be like the industry, guy or whatever. Like
That's sick, man. So like so when you say like there's a community, like do y'all like have ways to communicate? Because it feels like it's weird. It feels like it's almost underground.
Man, it's
like a secret society.
Man, it's almost a secret society. Really, a lot of guys. I have a lot of guys' personal contact numbers and stuff like that. Like we like really talk, like text and talk and stuff. A few of the guys, like shout out Soul Surplus, shout out Pat Pillerman Jr. rather, shout out Coop. Shout out to everybody. So, it's just, I guess, having the respect among your peers and stuff.
Right.
Like, they'll reach out and ask, like, yo, what is that? Or, say, what you using right now? Or, what do you guys think about this? Or whatever, this and third. So, it's just like the community is really like, it's like they're kind of close, We all talk to each other and, share.
I noticed this. So, when doing sound packs, I know that having something, quote unquote, like unique is really important.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like branding is important.
It's huge, bro.
Cause I noticed like your artwork is always super player.
Shout out Cam One.
Yeah, but like you got this vintage looking shit that just like it always rocks. It's like, yo, I want that. Yeah. I've reposted your shit. Sometimes, I mean, of course, out of support, but sometimes I repost it because it look cool as fuck. It's
I come from a like I love design. Period. You know, branding and design. Like I'm really into it. Like I went to school for like marketing and stuff. So, that's one thing. But having just a consistent brand and just not being all over the place. So when I look at it like this: crate diggers, when they dig through albums and stuff like that, if they look at the cover and they're like, okay, this is like crazy or whatever, or if it got somebody on there with a guitar, then you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I do with the Crate League stuff. Like most of the titles go along with what the cover is.
Yeah.
So like I got this pack coming out called La Caja, which is the crate in Spanish.
Right.
But it's like in the desert with like this old school card and stuff. So it's
fire.
You see that okay, this may have some like Spanish guitars or something in it, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire, dog.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate this, man, because you're absolutely right in that sense. Like whenever I'm digging in crates for an album,
it's subconscious.
Like you don't know what's on it. Yeah. So you visually picking what you think is gonna be dope.
Right.
So it depends on the cover. If the cover got a fucking naked
crazy
chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm
crazy.
listening to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or Yeah, that's cold, bro.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
That's a lot of thought put into that, man. You know,
Yeah.
most people not. You know, now I'm starting to kind of really understand the whole premise behind Crate and everything.
League.
Like it's fire, dog.
Man, you know what?
Really
The thing how I started Crate League, it started out as a T-shirt company at first, so I was gonna get some T-shirts with just like some crazy ass like LP covers on
still
it.
do that, by the way.
I
Keep it
probably
going.
can't.
So
Don't
Crate
take
League
that.
is you.
Don't take that.
So Crate League is all you.
Yeah, it's me.
That's
Dope.
fire, dog.
Dope,
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
Like you
people
own
think
one.
it's like I got a couple guys I work with. Shout out my boy Root. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my dude Luke. But like for the most part, it's really just me. They think like, oh, you guys. I'm like, nah, it's just
Was
really,
this league, right?
Yeah.
Well, so
It's the brand.
let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, so shit. Why don't you just like go ahead and like officialize it? Like, you know, shit. Let me join the Crate League,
man,
dog.
come
You
on,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah,
Get that membership going or some shit. Go with it, bro. I think it's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's dope.
Yeah.
You got me interested, and like a lot of people are interested. But I
Yeah.
think that, like for myself, the reason I haven't really jumped in full steam is like I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And
It took me a set to just wrap my head
Yeah.
around the idea of just making samples, period.
Yeah.
Like I had to research, okay, how they record music in the 70s and 60s and stuff. Like how do
Yeah.
they make it sound like that? So
I think one of the fears that I had was just like, so what happens if I give up one of these damn samples and this shit
it go crazy. It go
crazy.
Hey, man, we in the business of taking the L before you like get a win anyway.
You right, man. Like
feel me?
that's
So,
free game, dog.
you know what I'm saying?
You're right about that. But
Right.
still, I'm like,
It's just like I had one like nah,
yeah.
but nah.
So there's no like clause in the contract, like no the fine print, like if this sells over 1 million.
You know, I
No.
wonder if that's doable because
It's-
I do know this. Like for instance, like in like say a producer deck or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust your point systems at certain sales rates.
Yeah.
So like say you decide to take 3 points on a record but after it hits 500,000, sales.
Yeah.
Then we going
You
up
gotta file lawyer.
0.5.
If you got to file lawyer to even tell you that. Like
Yeah.
the average producers don't even. They're like, okay, man, I get how much? Okay.
Yeah, nah, my lawyer
feel me?
keeps
But
me
I
in
mean,
the game. We like we going up 0.5 every
If
time
you're-
we hit a half a mil.
if you're a new producer, that's
Yeah.
still a good deal. Like, yeah, if this blows up, I got to give something back, but I don't got to pay anything extra up front to use it.
Right.
And it's royalty free for now. But if it hits a certain level, of course,
Yeah.
that's not really a bad thing for it.
It's not. It's one of those type things where like it depends on the relationship. Like if I'm sending you some samples for free that I done work hard on, that I get paid
Yeah.
for them, like we gotta have that conversation.
Yeah, we got to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
If you ain't really go buy it, and you hit me up like, yo, send me some joints, bruh. You know?
I'm like Will though. Even if it's something you just kind of threw together real quick,
Yeah.
but if it blow up, it's like, wait a second, like
Yeah,
I kind of did that.
Yeah.
Like wait, hold
Well,
on.
I do know this. I do know that as you're growing in this field, of course your stock goes up, and so does
Yeah.
your the way you do business.
You
is probably
change the
gonna
TOS real quick.
Yeah,
like, when you
yeah.
when you get to a certain level. You
Yeah,
learn
I
the
think so,
service, yeah.
man. I think the moment, and the moment one of them blows, it's like
Yeah.
that's gonna make all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's really, I tell a lot of like guys because I do like consulting. So you guys hit me up if you need some advice.
y'all heard?
But-
Yeah.
Now I tell them like it's just it's the music business. It's just business in general. You just don't you try to get your foot in the door and get recognized first because it's a bunch of people with their hands up. You
It
feel me?
is right,
Like how are you gonna stand out? You gonna be
Yeah.
the guy in the pink shirt with your hands up
right.
so they can see you.
Yeah,
So you may need to do something out of the norm,
Yeah.
than what everybody else is doing. And
Yeah.
from there, once you in there, you can. It's up to you. You done built the leverage to do whatever you want to
do
do.
what you want to do.
You
Right.
feel me? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's dope, man. I mean, this falls right along to me is like what like our partner Airbit is
Yeah.
like they've it's a place to sell beats.
Yeah.
It's like these are all unconventional ways of being a
Right.
producer now, and like it's becoming the norm.
right.
And I just think it's dope. Like I never would have thought 3 years ago that it was gonna be this type of
Man,
shit going on.
It's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
But
So,
the thing is this type of stuff has been out, but it hasn't been really
Yeah.
in hip hop world.
yeah,
like
3
that.
years might be a little too short of a time, but
Yeah.
definitely 10 years ago,
Yeah.
it was none of this
It
shit
was- it
going
was-
on.
it
It's like,
was.
what the fuck you mean? Like, we
Yeah.
gonna get rid of this
They
beat.
not giving them no
But
drums
we leasing
back
shit.
then. Like
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah,
no
and that's
beats.
you know what's dope though? I did want to speak to that
Yeah.
because, of course, to me, I think this started as a drum thing.
Yeah, it did.
Now it's like, yo, like you be flat out like giving people melody lines, bro.
I
It's
be
like,
getting
yeah,
that. Now I got the drums. Now people like, yo, when you dropping that new tabs pack?
Come
'Cause
on,
I got the
man.
drums and stuff. And they like, man, we need those.
yeah,
But it's definitely. I'm shocked and surprised that like a lot of people don't make melodies like that. It's like hard for them to make melodies.
A lot of people can't make melodies.
I didn't know, bro. I was like, man, I be just real quick.
Yeah, no, listen, trust me, man. Like I do think that some producers have that edge.
Yeah.
You know, like the melodic guys.
Right.
You know, like anybody who can play an instrument. It's like you said, if you could pick up an instrument, bro, there's no reason why you can't be getting a bag.
Can't if you can play. That's all. Like no shots against session musicians, but I know plenty of session musicians I didn't hit up. Yeah. Like, yo, let's work. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay you, brother.
Yeah, I talk to them all the time too, bro. And you know what? It's like it's a light block there, man. It's a light block. It's kind of like some people would rather, like, it's like some session musicians would rather come in and get paid on the spot for the session.
Right.
And it's like, bro, I'm trying to tell you that this one is a major. We can place this one.
Right.
And even if, you know, it take a minute to place it, when it places,
you good.
You don't want this 300.
Right.
You gonna want this. What's gonna come with this?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know, but
it's crazy. Like,
bro, listen. I mean, it opens it up for people who understand it. Like sometimes you can't. You know, this is free game, but it ain't gonna be that. It ain't that free. You feel me?
So what's next for Audio Anthem? What you got down the pipeline that you can talk about?
Man, well, my motto when it comes to music stuff is it's not official until that paperwork come over.
Come on, man, boy,
the producer
look.
declaration come over. You know what I'm saying? So it's some dope stuff down the pipeline, but I can't say until that paperwork come over. And I'm like, okay,
respectable.
Respect.
I mean, get the bird man hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now just continue with the Crate League. Trying to venture off into do some more music, like instruments and stuff like that. Get into guitar pedals, just other stuff. You know, learn how to do other stuff. You know.
Yeah, I know that you're getting also into like studio design, room design.
That's just something I like to do.
We see you changing up your home studio.
No, man, I love it. I love it, man. But that's the shit I'm talking about. It's like you may not realize it, or maybe you totally realize it. You know. I know what type of thinker you are, so it's like it's probably planned. But at the end of the day,
ain't planned. I just be like, man, you know what? I think I'm already thinking. I'm like, man, I might change these panels eventually. My wife,
but like at least you got enough. You know, you have enough awareness to know that I'm gonna let people know that that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that puts you in a different place, bro. Right. Like now, I would literally call you to like redesign a room for me. Hey, like, yo, come in here and look at this shit and tell me what you think it should be, bro. And it's like, Bean, I would do this.
I do it.
I've called you several times. We've talked about equipment. Yeah. You know, I really admire you, man. I think that you have a really good grasp on what's popping. Yeah. Because I know fashion-wise, you know what's up.
Man,
I know shoe-wise, you know what's up.
I'm rough out
here. You feel me? But I know you know. You know what I'm saying? I just know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's dope, man. I think that's what's really driving your whole brand. It's like you got a cutting edge energy, dog, that I think that people should pay attention to.
I'm just really into like outside of I'm into design and stuff. Just anything like, you know, buildings, rooms, art, anything like that. I'm like,
that's fine.
Like Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I ain't spazzing out.
Like Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? That's really dope.
That's dope. So let us know where we can find you online, any websites, any social media handles.
CrateLeague.com, you know what I'm saying? Audio Anthem on IG, Twitter, you know, the Crate League on IG, the Crate League on Drum Broker, you know, come shop with me.
What's up with the consulting side of it? Like, they just reach you
just shoot me a DM. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
Bet. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
It's been dope, man.
Real pleasure, my dude.
Dope,
yes, sir. Already, my guy.
Had to come out the closet on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like, 6 months, a year from now, come back, let us know all that stuff that did happen that you couldn't talk about now.
Lord willing, that'd be crazy. I come out like, hey, man.
I already know we're going to hear some really fire shit this year because I witnessed some fire shit that's about to happen over there at Def Jam. I know what the fuck is going on.
Slappers right there, man.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, man. Airbit Free Game Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my brother.
Free Game. Yep. Yo, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Free Game Podcast. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the Airbit channel right below. Just hit subscribe on the button below. Or you can go to youtube.com/airbit. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the podcast, make sure you share it. Let your friends know. Also, there's an audio version of the podcast. Look in the notes below and you'll see where to subscribe to that at.
Yeah.
Free Game Podcast.
Free Game.